Well, he bataka make. But Jayden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Now welcome to the channel, man. Jayden Chase another one. We're gonna bring on another exciting reasoning on the topic of dancehall and entertainment. Remember, man, I remind you now, but click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and for also leave a like, a comment, and yes, what's a shape on the blogging truth. Now, viewers, we have reached the breakthrough point. This is something for the kick in the like button. The DPP time is up. Now, defense attorneys for Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm and also the co-accused no longer have any need to file any legal documents, viewers and subscribers, because the travel ban has been lifted. Yes, the UK travel ban has officially been lifted as of May 1st. Now we have to discuss this. This is powerful news.
What you're talking about is Jayden place. See me up to the time, you know, a cartel. I represent for Jayden Chase. We spray them face on the AK race. See me up to the time, you know, the Gaza station.
Yes, viewers and subscribers, now let's continue the reasoning. The government of Jamaica has announced that their travel ban that was imposed on the United Kingdom, the UK, that is slated to come to an end on Friday, April 30th, will not be extended. This means that the ban, which was instituted as a part of the measures under Jamaica's Disaster Risk Management Act, will be lifted as of May 1st, 2021. Now, based on a recommendation by the office of the DPP, Jamaica did not want to hand over the device to complete the final part of Vybz Kartel's Privy Council appeal. They said they wanted the experts to travel here, which the ban was about to be imposed, and people had concerns about traveling outside of their country. He said he would go as far as to meeting them offshore, but not as far as in the Caribbean. Now that style is outdated, figuratively and literally. Now, speaking on the significance of the lift, Edmund Bartlett said in a news release on Saturday, May 1st, that Jamaica will reopen its borders to international visitors from the United Kingdom. This will enable critical gateways in the UK to have transit for passengers coming through and who are fully compliant with health and safety protocols required for international travel. Viewers and subscribers, all going well? The expert can be here within the week's end. And it is clear at this point in time that they did this to further slow up Vybz Kartel's process and also to buy themselves some time, as some would say, because we know the borders were going to be reopened. Speaking on the matter, Edmund said the opening of the borders is important in the contents of not just Jamaica's tourism, but Caribbean tourism, as so many of these countries benefit from transiting through Jamaica for British and European nationals. And that is true. Some people are not even currently aware that we have one of the most important shipping hubs in the Caribbean. For certain people think reach a Barbados and Bahamas, they think of a pass through Yasso. Some people never know. So basically this is it for the delay tactic imposed on the case by the office of the DPP. Now, while the office is not the ones who are currently holding the exhibit, but based on their recommendation to not hand over the exhibit, the registrar magistrate has chosen not to hand it over. And while the defense searched for any document that they could file to force their hands, the Constitution said that no, there was nothing that could be filed to force the office of the DPP to change their recommendation, because it was just a recommendation that was given. They're not the ones holding the exhibit. But people ask the question, why? if they documented all of their findings, used it in the initial trial, used it in the appeal process, why is it that they still have use for it? The truth is they didn't have any use for it. They said they just didn't want it to leave the island. Now I will explain this to you. After court proceedings are over, any devices, anything used in the case is now no longer needed by the court. They no longer need the device. Them just never want the defense team to have it. Why? After all is said and done, this probably is another constitutional violation. Stopping an individual's due process. Because if the Privy Council is our final court, then doing anything to stop us from taking our case to the final court should be seen as interfering with an individual's due process. Viewers and subscribers, it can definitely be a blessing to see travel restrictions lifted to the point where we can have bigger gatherings. You know what I mean? You know, the summer are forward up, and this is a very important time for the Caribbean tourism, as stated. So you know that go. But to see Vybz Kartel released during a time where we can get together, think about it, man. Me just some look at tabloid put out some statements, and some look at man make history in their point of view. When Vybz Kartel is released, we'll start taking on the road. Viewers and subscribers, I promise you, you will see history in the making. By God blessings, is something where your grand pitney, I gotta tell them grand pitney about. We are in for some very historic moments in our music and entertainment, where the Jamaican and Caribbean music is concerned, right across the diaspora. May I tell you, think about it. We have already had major North American, well, international television networks. We are telling you, say, yo, them want the documentary, them want the interview. This will be televised. Africa said them ready. Africa said them ready to celebrate. So them are going to lift the UK travel ban, and the UK said them ready. As a matter of fact, the UK have been stating this from day one. This would not have reached any Privy Council stage. Them said the first court to handle this case would have granted Vybz Kartel his freedom. Them said first and foremost they would not have denied him his bail. He would have been on the road for the court trial. And after that, he would be granted his freedom. And you know what is strange? The laws that govern England should slightly be mirrored here. Because majority of the constitution, majority of the legislation that was drafted that still run the country today was drafted by British citizens with the input of governor generals and elected officials. But remember, Henry Morgan was also a governor general, but that's a reason for a different time. We are celebrating the good news. Teacher stated in our track recently, I know and I believe. I'm going to tell the people and say, yo, teacher has sent out some good news. People are saying, what are the good news? Tell you now. Alright. So we are getting to know. We are making you know. We are at that milestone. The one thing that was holding Vybz Kartel's freedom at bay was the fact that the document to be submitted was not complete until they could add the findings from the device. And they said, them now give the device. Now the ban has been lifted. Them are going to need to hand it over. Talk to me in the comment section. This is definitely an exciting moment, viewers and subscribers, for all supporters, all well-wishers, all family members, all involved with what take place. You know what I mean? Even the co-accused, Mantus and Cairo, their situations are a little bit more tedious. They were also brought up on other charges as well. You know what I mean? And they were swiftly sentenced on those charges too. You know what I mean? But you know the thing, one step at a time. Having their name cleared on these charges would also open the doors to having their names, well, having their sentences appealed or whatever the case might be, so that they could see their family members, their loved ones at a sooner date than expected by the prosecution. This is also a turning point for the judicial system and the way it is looked at by citizens residing here on the island and those who are now residing overseas, who have gotten to see what the laws are like in other countries and can now reflect and compare them to the laws locally. Even people who are residents of the UK, who know of Jamaica's strong ties to the UK, to England, and how legislation was formed and written, and the fact of how the law is executed in the UK as opposed to how it is executed locally. So it's definitely a turning point. Major news. Talk to me in the comment section. By the one called Jayden, she's a dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. By some reminding you know if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon. Yes, the subscribe icon, and then click the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. Yeah, man, the like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and boss a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them. Check out your channel, check out the reason, join the discussion. Comment section open 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Yeah, man, I'll move settings fam, and we no need no ladder. My sentiments for you and yours that will live, love, and prosper until we reason again.